All right, guys, what is going on? Match reaction: Bayern Munich 3, Chelsea 1, and it's a dream start to the UEFA Champions League for Bayern. The worst possible start for Chelsea because they lost. But no, honestly, I think it was always going to be a tough start. This for Chelsea, I didn't think they would win this game, and they didn't. Going away to Germany, to the Allianz Arena, to play the best team in Germany, who are absolutely cooking this season in Bayern Munich. It was always going to be difficult, but it makes pressure on the next game now for Chelsea. I believe they play Benfica at home in the next game. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, that's a big important game for Chelsea. That because you got to win that. You don't want to lose two games in a row to start off your Champions League campaign. But no, it was always going to be a difficult ask tonight for Chelsea. It really wasn't. Bayern just played really, really well. Did Bayern? I think Bayern were the better team. It was a thoroughly entertaining game. I must say, really enjoyed doing that watch along, and it was probably one of the best watch alongs that I've done in a while. I just really, really enjoyed the game. To be honest, it was very entertaining. But Bayern. It's interesting with Bayern, isn't it? Because 9 times out of 10 they're going to win the Bundesliga. It's very rare they don't win it, to be honest. All the pressure goes onto the Champions League for Bayern, every single season. And, they haven't won it since 2020, I believe, the COVID year, where they beat PSG in the final. So, we're coming up to 6 years now since they haven't won it. And, I do think Bayern could win it this year. I really do. I think they've got a really good team. You look at the attack, Kane, Elise, they've got Musiala. I know Musiala's out for the majority of the season because he got injured in pre-season. But yeah, Bayern could be dangerous in the Champions League this season. I think not. I don't think many people will say Bayern to win the league. Sorry, to win the Champions League. I don't think they win the Champions League, but they could be a contender. They could be a contender that no one really speaks about. But you got to take Bayern seriously. You got to take them seriously. Whereas for Chelsea, Chelsea are not going to win the Champions League. I can categorically tell you that that's not going to happen. They just will not win it, Chelsea, I don't think, this season. But, I think Chelsea played well. I think Chelsea did play well. But, yeah, it's like I said at the start, it was always going to be a difficult start for Chelsea. And I think even Maresca knew that this game would probably result in a defeat, which it did. But, I think there's positives to take for that if you're Chelsea. I think they did play well. When they went 2-0 behind, they instantly got back into the game. So that shows good mentality to do that. Obviously, they couldn't equalise, but I think there's a lot of positives to take for Chelsea. Probably more negatives because they lost the game, but I think all in all it was expected, to be honest with you. But let's talk about the goals. Bayern Munich took a 1-0 lead. Own goal by Chalobah. Bit of a weird one, this. Bayern get a free kick, and Kimmich tries to pass it out to the left-hand side, and it actually hits the referee. It hits the referee. Great interception by the ref, I must say. Great defending. So then the referee has to do a drop ball. So he drops the ball, and then Kimmich plays it out wide to Elise, who's got so much space, Elise. It's ridiculous the amount of space Chelsea have left him in. He then gets one-on-one with João Pedro, and obviously Elise is going to win that battle because João Pedro is a striker, not a defender. Elise just taps the ball past him, gets in the low cross, fizzes it in, and Chalobah can't move it, can't react, move his body in time, just deflects it off Chalobah. A bit unfortunate, but, made by Elise. Brilliant play to get past João Pedro, and it's a really quality cross as well. It's just danger. And, if it gets a nick, anything can happen. That's exactly what happened. And then, Bayern, have the momentum, and pretty quickly they make it 2-0 to Bayern Munich pretty quickly. Harry Kane from the penalty spot. I mean, what a season Harry Kane is having. This was 7 minutes later. What a season Harry Kane is having. Started the season on absolute fire. And Harry Kane just doesn't miss penalties. I said it in the watch along. This is 100% a goal. Sends Sanchez the wrong way. Sticks it into the bottom right hand corner. Great penalty by Kane. And he actually won the penalty as well, Harry Kane. Caicedo fouled him. Referee was a bit weird though. Like, Caicedo made the foul. The referee didn't give it. And then the referee gave it. It was very weird. But yeah, Kane dispatches it. And then like I mentioned, Chelsea's heads could have dropped at that moment, but they didn't. 2 minutes later, Cole Palmer scoring for Chelsea. Classic counter-attack goal, really. Chelsea win it back off Elise. And then they just go on a counter-attack. Palmer drives with the ball for yards upon end. Gives it to Gusto on the right side. Gusto back into Cole Palmer, and Palmer lets it come across his body. Hits it with his left foot into the top left corner. Great finish by Palmer. No chance for Manuel Neuer. And it was just a case of, could Chelsea find another goal to get the equaliser? The answer was no, because in the second half, Bayern killed the game. Harry Kane making it 3-1 in the 63rd minute. Chelsea try and play out from the back. They get pressed. Gusto, I think, loses the ball. And yeah, it just rolls perfectly on the left channel for Harry Kane. Opens up his body. Sticks it in the far right corner. Brilliant finish by Kane. And yeah, Bayern get the 3-1 victory to start off their Champions League campaign with a win. For Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea are going to panic. There's no point panicking. It's match one, game one. There's no need to panic if you're Chelsea, because I do think you'll win the next game. But yeah, not the start Maresca would have wanted. But guys, let me know in the comments your thoughts on the match. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll catch you later.